The way information has been presented to the public has changed over time. Ethics in media and the way reporters must conduct themselves have also changed compared to media in the past. I'm sure you are all familiar with the civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr. He still remains one of the most influential people in America's history. He was born on January 15, 1929. His father, Michael King, was a prominent minister and became pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church. He was successful and even changed his name to Martin Luther after the German Protestant leader. Following in his father's footsteps, Martin Luther King Jr. also became a Baptist minister. He was a peaceful man and prominent speaker. He used these attributes as a civil rights activist. He was asked to be the spokesman for the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955. King led small groups in 1963, campaigning in nonviolent ways. King wanted to get his message across the country and did so by recruiting members and giving speeches rather than starting riots and causing chaos. King was the youngest person to be esteemed with the Nobel Peace Prize when he received it in 1964. King's I Have a Dream speech is a very famous speech in America's history. King spoke of his hope for the future of blacks and his wish for all races to be seen as equal one day. King wanted to educate the public and show them an alternative to hostility. Media is ever-changing. The main purpose of media is to inform. Whether it's social media, on our phones, or ABC News, media exists for the public's education. While the media presents information to the public, there is a code of ethics that are put in place to follow. The truth needs to be told. Truthfulness is important because the public should be able to trust the information they receive is all factual. Conflicts of interest sometimes arise. An example of such would be the case of CBS not airing the interview with Jeffrey Wigand. CBS could have faced a lawsuit with the tobacco company. The media also needs to follow moral standards and guidelines. When information is reported on, it is imperative that the way in which it is reported on remains unbiased. Issues can present themselves if the guidelines are not followed. Social media can present a lot of issues. Most times, these sites cannot be trusted with the facts that they present. A few months ago, there was a slight controversy between Donald Trump and Megyn Kelly. Kelly was interviewing Trump, and a lot of her questions asked about things from his past and could have been argued to be painting him in a negative light. This shows how important it is to remain unbiased. There was also controversy with Brian Williams' story in the Middle East and the fabrication of parts of it. This shows the importance of truthfulness in reporting. So the question is, what would Martin Luther King Jr. do in these ethical issue cases? King's main goal in his fight for civil rights was to achieve racial equality in a peaceful way. He wanted to educate the public with the facts. An example would be the Me Too protest going on. No matter what side the violence was coming from, King would not want to fight fire with fire. King would not agree with the Me Too protests. He was so against violence, and he would abhor the use of violence to get points across. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.